friends, so great to have you back. I am Santa, a digital artist and shop owner under the label Seti Designs. Today we're diving into my September bullet journal setup. I asked you on Instagram what theme you'd like for September, and an amazing suggestion came up: apples and pears. I immediately had a picture in my head of the style I wanted and started searching Pinterest for aesthetic autumn images featuring apples and pears. Of course, I found way too many, but I cut them all out, which took quite a while, but now we've got a fantastic selection. The goal is to create a scrapbook collage style, and we can achieve that not just with the printed images, but also with different colored papers, washi tape, and anything else you might have laying around at home. And of course, we'll be working with a warm autumn-inspired color palette. Alright, let's get started. On the cover page, I want to draw two small illustrations, a few apple tree leaves on the top and a little apple at the bottom. When I'm doing the outlines, I make sure to lift my pen every now and then and avoid drawing perfect straight lines. That way it looks more natural. Next up is the lettering in the center. It's going to overlap one of the printed images halfway, but before I stick that image down, I'm adding a nice pattern in the background using my light beige brown pen. If you're curious which materials and pencils I'm using, I'll write down everything in the description box in case you're interested. I'll just let you watch quietly for a bit. I find it really relaxing when there isn't constant chatter in YouTube videos. Have fun!
wants to know how long you can run. Well, I don't wanna wake at the end of the road, just enough to go round. Some say there's still hope if you don't make a sound. Well, I just wanna scream, we're at the rainbow's end. What do you see in me? Love is a dream.
Now we're moving on to the calendar page, with the tiniest calendar in the world. This time the design was way more important to me than having a big full calendar. I mean, I keep all my appointments on my phone anyway, so this is really just for the most important dates and to get an overview of the month. But honestly, I think it's super cute. I needed some space on the left side because I want to stick a strip of this gorgeous pattern paper next to the calendar and also add the Pinterest images here. I tell you, it's so hard to choose which images to use. They're all so beautifully autumnal and lovely.
I've been trying so hard, and finally it gets me down. Down to earth, down to hell, down to all that is left. Well, I don't wanna go beyond the rainbow's end. What do you see in me? Well, love is a dream. You know I'm way past my prime. I'm half right all the time. I'm half right all.
At the very bottom, I left some space for a pear illustration and a little quote. I was actually a bit surprised at how nice the illustration turned out. I was almost proud of myself. I just experimented with colors, starting with the lightest shades and loosely adding color splashes so it looks as natural as possible, blending transitions with a light color here and there. Honestly, it made me crave pears, even though I don't really like eating them. Next to it, I wrote in a playful scribbly style, "Happiness is homemade like apple pie." I did realize afterwards that maybe an apple illustration would have suited it better, but oh well. A few final touches with some pretty ribbon and washi tape and the page was done. course, my usual weekly goals page can't be missing. A simple table is more than enough for me. This page is especially important this September because I'll be attending the My Botanica fair in Ulm on the 13th, and in October I'll be at a fair in Stuttgart as well. I still have a lot to prepare for both events. This time there's a little special feature. I'm doing a Dutch door. You can see me cutting out the first page here, leaving just a small opening that later acts like a tab, so you can flip through the pages one by one. I actually love doing this, but I somehow never remember to. This time, though, it fits perfectly, I think. If you don't quite get what I mean yet, don't worry, you'll see it more clearly later. I haven't had a mood tracker in my bullet journal for such a long time, but I did one in August and I really enjoyed filling it out again. Somehow it also helped me stay consistent and write in my journal every day. This time, of course, nothing fits better than drawing apples. Depending on my mood, I'll color them in according to the legend at the bottom. On the right page, I want to capture some photos from September. I almost never manage to do this. Usually I go through my journals at the end of the year and print out photos then, but that's totally fine. Even if nothing ever gets stuck in, it doesn't matter. You really shouldn't feel any pressure. It's more of a chance to preserve memories. I like the simple headings, by the way. They almost look like little stickers with that outline around them. The rest of the page is kept pretty simple, with one illustration and two photos on the left with washi tape. Okay, maybe it didn't turn out quite that simple. Probably only 5 photos will fit anyway, but that's okay. Now I'm cutting out the remaining pages for the Dutch door. Next up is just my first weekly spread, and I'm leaving the rest blank for now because I only draw each week's spread on Sunday or Monday. By the way, you can often find these weekly spreads on my Instagram if you're interested. On the very last page, I'm sticking some beautiful apple images, and the best part is that you can see them from all the pages before too, because they peek out on the right. Honestly, Dutch drawers are so cool. You only design the last page and it ends up decorating all the pages before it. There's not much to say about the weekly spread. I usually have a small overview with general to-dos, a section where I can write down daily goals, and a more detailed table for all the day-to-day tasks. And of course, everything gets decorated in a cozy autumn style. Enjoy watching! We're almost at the end now. I'm just decorating the Dutch door tabs with washi tape so they don't look plain white. We'll take a closer look at each page in detail in a moment, but first I want to thank you all for watching and joining in. If you made it to the end, drop an apple or pear emoji in the comments and let me know what theme you're choosing for your bullet journal this month. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel or left a like or a comment. I'm already looking forward to October in my journal, but for now, let's take a look at the September pages. Take care and see you next time. Bye!